Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good, or should I say you on your path to your highest vibrational good. I am not a Gemini, I could never be that awesome. So for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button so you have the full card for your key to the week. New things, new places, new people, new energies are showing up for you over the course of this week. Now, what this also tells me is that in all of these different areas of life, you are being encouraged this week to do things differently, to go in different directions, and to really right, do things in a way that sets you up to invert your reality in some way, right? The reason I say this is because the Fool card shows up when we need to make a change. Do it consciously, right? This is more of an invitation. It's more like the universe giving you a little elbow to say, go on, try it. Whereas the Tower card is like, well, you didn't make any changes, so bam, I'm going to do it for you. Right? So maybe avoid that and just make some changes on your own. For your actions and options, you've got the Six of Cups. Wow, this is really interesting. So the Fool card is a very future-orientated energy, whereas the Six of Cups is a very past-orientated energy. And so what this tells me is, for a select few of you, you could be reconnecting with people from your childhood, but in brand new ways, right? So let's say when you were younger, you had a friend who was a really good friend, maybe like sister from another mister, brother from another mother, you know, or, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And maybe you reconnect with them and actually there's a spark there, right? It could be that this is somebody that you worked with or studied with when you were younger, right? And you reconnect with them and it's like, hey, you know what? Let's go into business together. This week there's a reunion of sorts, but it's like a reunion, it's like a meeting of equals at an opposite end of your own time spectrum. I know that sounds really odd, but hopefully you're a Gemini, you can decode what I just said. For the options that are available to you, this is a trip down memory lane. For a lot of you, I think this might be that you're looking at old goals, old hopes, old dreams, maybe old connections with old friends, etc. And it's like you're starting to realize, like, hang on a sec, that wasn't viable then, but it actually is now. For your communications and conversations, very focused on the work this week, right? What I will say as well, the Fool card with the Eight of Pentacles, that's new work, new business, all of those things coming in. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I actually think this is some form of part-time work that could actually end up enhancing the work that you, the subject that you're studying, or maybe your study. So it's like maybe you get a summer job or something along those lines that actually really supports the studies that you're doing. I got to be honest though, based on these cards, this job maybe starts out as something really small, something part-time, but you might end up loving it so much that it turns into a full-time job, and you might eventually start thinking, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to go back to school. I hope that's not the case, because that's a really hard decision to have to make, but it's interesting to see how it's all come up. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, love this for literally new work. New work that comes in from people or connections that you've had in the past. This is like literally, you know, maybe you're going back to an old employer, or you hear from an old employer, or you bump into an old colleague and they're like, oh my God, you know, we're looking for someone, are you interested? The only reason there is to ever go backward is if the money is better than it was when you left, all right? Otherwise, keep it moving. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is an influx of new business, new clients, potentially new big fish. With the Six of Cups as well, This is you redefining your historical connections when it comes to your business. For those, like, maybe not, well, yeah, maybe a rebrand of some sort as well for some of you. If you are retired and no longer working, this is you making money in a fun way from skills that you already have. So you're repurposing old skills. It's not that you're going back to work. It's, you know, maybe you're helping out or supporting someone. It looks like maybe whatever you're doing is only like a 6 to 8 week shelf life. So you might just kind of like, you know what, fuck it, what else am I going to do, right? But you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. For those of you, I mean, look, right, you've got the 6, you've got the 7, you've got the 8. Yes, they're different suits here, but when we see a run of numbers like that, it means that things are going to speed up, right? This is going to be a very busy, very dynamic week for you, even with the 7 of Pentacles, which tends to be a bit of a slow card or a slow energy. It's going to be a very quick week. You're going to see things really start to move, really start to unfold for you, which I like. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that 7 of Pentacles sees you and your partner working together for a longer term goal, right? But things start to really sort of move and ease up. In terms of what you've already invested in as well, it might be that your significant other says, actually, you know what, we're further ahead on the path than we wanted to be at this point. So this could be great. For those of you that are single and looking, this week is about cultivating within yourself and your sphere a connection, you know, and potentially with old friends, with people that you know but haven't really spent a lot of time with recently. You could be reconnecting with them at this point, and absolutely, you know, maybe you find yourself like thinking about past relationships or past people and thinking, you know, did I give that enough time? Did I give it enough effort? My answer is yes. You do have the Fool card, which says that this is going to be somebody new. And how do you meet this person or connect with them? It'll either be through your work, and with the 7 of Pentacles, the chances are with this that this will be somebody that you can immediately see yourself growing and investing with in the future. All right, like there'll be no holding back. When it comes to your money and materials, you've got the Hanged Man. So you got this with the Fool card. The Fool and the Hanged Man, it's a really interesting combination because the Fool is like go and the Hanged Man is like wait. So when it comes to big purchases in particular, hold off, right? The reason being is you could probably end up getting a much better deal. And whatever it is that you were planning to purchase this week, unless you absolutely have to, hold off until until the last week of August, right? So anywhere from the 25th of August onwards, because that's when Mercury, your ruling planet, is going to go direct, right? So this is a longer prediction than this week, but obviously whatever you're planning to spend money on right now, it's not the right moment for this purchase. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this could literally be you doing something that absolutely scares the fucking shit out of you, right? This is a big leap. It is a big jump of some sort. For some of you, this is a week where you're doing a parachute jump. For others, this is where you're doing some sort of hand gliding. For others, this could also be where you decide to put your first YouTube video out, all of that kind of stuff. It's a very exciting week in a lot of ways. When it comes to your home and environment, this is where the sticking point is. When it comes to the home, there's going to be a problem or an issue with the water. All right, so there's potentially like a pipe's going to burst. It might be that the washing machine decides to piss all over the floor. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some kind of water-based incident that happens in the home this week. I really hope I'm wrong, but equally, you're repairman, darling. Or for the gents, maybe you're a repairwoman. You know, it happens, right? It absolutely happens. I can't remember what I was doing. Yes, my friend, we had to take my friend's car into the garage, and we get there and it was a woman mechanic. So, fucking rock on, go on, girl. She's there with her, like, it was just awesome to see, but it was like really like, oh, cognitive dissonance moment. Or maybe I'm just showing my bias for really hot, sweaty dudes in overalls. Anyway, I'm joking. With that said, have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.